Hey guys, J King here, and due to popular demand, I'm going to be just recording a 4 to 5 just regular ladder games. I've been playing ladder all day, and a lot yesterday. In the past 24 hours, I went from rank around 1,000 to rank 2. I'm 111 points behind Tang Tang for rank 1. That's I'm not going to get that tonight. I will be taking a break and maybe going at it again tomorrow. But I'm going to be playing some games on video here, trying to explain my mulligans, explain my plays, and hopefully not lose games. Um, yeah, I've been playing around a few different decks pretty early on in the day after having losing like 4 in a row with combined arms. I decided to switch to Britain, Italy, Air. Everyone, I'm sure, is familiar with this deck, and have been quite successful with it, above an 86% win rate right now. So, never keep Lend-Lease, never keep Mosquito. These are too expensive. Keep one drop, keep Close Air Support because I have one drop and Fiat. I also take notes about my opponents while I play, so you will have to bear with me as I do that. Because I am playing ladder, this might be slightly different than my normal video. I might be slightly more concentrated on the game and alt-tabbing. So, Germany. I've seen a lot of Heinz, and I've seen a lot of Germany-Italy control. Hopefully it's Germany-Italy control, because they usually pass on one. And on one, I have 3 options here. I'm going to go with the Fiat, because it's the most aggressive. He has Careless Talk. Another reason to go for the Fiat is 0 operation cost means it can attack for free on turn 2. It means if you played a 1-3 or a 2-3 or some such unit, I would be able to do Swordfish, Close Air Support, attack for 3 on turn 2, which is very big. Unfortunately, he has double Careless into Arado. Oh, that's interesting. That's actually very good, because it means it's probably not Control, and rather Germany, France. Burn. And obviously, double Careless is a very good start, but I really do not want to draw cards. Um, I'm actually going to Ultra here, because his entire deck is basically orders. And then I'm going to play with one of these two next turn. I think I'm going to play the Wrath. So the reason I'm playing the Wrath is if I draw a Close Air Support, I can play it on the Wrath, and against Germany, France, it's all about getting cards out of your hand as quickly as possible and dealing damage as quickly as possible, so playing a Close Air Support draw would be ideal. Lend-Lease double Empire Strikes is really not what you want to see when you're in this situation. Honestly, I could just do Albacore Empire Strikes. I could do Empire Strikes Attack. I could do Sextant Pass. I mean, I feel like it's about building the most. Here, I'm going to do this because it's the most credit efficient, and then next turn I can do Sextant Attack. Retaliation triggers. Comet. So now we have a clock, and that is basically just the single best draw in my deck. Attack with Albacore first because of retaliation. Depending on what he draws, like if he has a defend in depth, that could be game losing. Air Blitz. That means I am at risk of just dying next turn to Comet, second Air Blitz. I should not have done it in that order in case he had Stranglehold. So, moment of truth. If he has Liberation, I think he can exactly play it. Vive is a very good sign. I think he can still win with Liberation, because it will cost 4. Or not Liberation, Cross of Lorraine. Sorry. So, normally I would research to heal, um, to play around Retaliation. However, I don't, even if he had double Retaliation, I would still drop to 1, and there's the risk that if I do research to heal, he has double Lightning Strike and just kills me. So, plus 4 points for that, not surprising. Normally, when you see people playing bad decks, they're going to be really low. Plus 4 from that means he's probably sitting around 2,000 points, which is what you get as soon as you hit Field Marshal. 107 points off first now. So while we're queuing, I can go a bit more into my stats. So with Brit, Italy, Air today, I've played 80 games, 69 wins, 11 losses, which is an 86.25% win rate. Gone first 29 times. However, my win rate going first is 90%, which is kind of insane. Going second against Germany. Not going to keep close air support because I don't have any of the British one-drops. Toss Empire Strikes. Expensive and no bombers. Heresy isn't terrible. Well, Heresy is actually quite good because it could be Combined Arms, and I'm probably going to be playing Fiat on 1 regardless. So even if it's like Combined Arms, it's Heinz, Fiat on 1 into Heresy attack into like a 1-3. It's quite good. The question to me is whether I keep Kitty Hawk. I'm going second, and the other cards in my hand are not looking great, so I'm going to keep Kitty Hawk because I might need it to fight back on the board. Finest Hour pickup is really good because Finest Hour on Fiat on 2 can be the nuts. Not as great against Germany since they're going to have sudden strikes or through the breaches. That's really annoying. I don't actually know if I accomplish anything by playing Fiat right now. So I play Fiat, he can just like Flam Panzer. I play Fiat, he can sudden strike at it. Worst of all, if I play Fiat, he can do Mary Nostrum, kill it. Whereas, like if I had Fiat on the board, what would I do? I either buff it, in which case, I might as well have done it this turn, which is exactly what I'm going to do. Or I just go face Kitty Hawk, in which case, like, I'm up 1 damage at the risk of him being able to hard punish me. Second errata, this is going very poorly. I mean, I might be able to come back on... Ooh. This is no longer going poorly. I'm tempted to just do, like, Finest Hour face. It's a terrible idea. The correct play is kill Errata, play this. Okay, it's from the deep. The reason I didn't attack face is because it could have been decisive defense. And that's why I said I'm tempted to do Finest Hour. Oh, that is really bad. I'm just going to play Wrath for tempo because I have the Parisy. Parisy can take out any big guides if he plays them. And at this point, I'm likely going to need to pressure and then either... Oh my goodness, that is really bad because the Annihilation is coming next turn. Just slamming Mosquito is probably correct. Hopefully he discards Empire Strikes. If he does Gren Guides, I can sack the Wrath. He could always just do something like... Oh, is he gonna sack the Comet? Okay, that's not the end of the world. Ooh. how certain am I he has Annihilation? I feel like he killed the mosquito because if I buffed it, he would lose because he has no way of killing it. So I'm gonna pass. Well, not pass. I'm gonna attack. Um, I was thinking about just going all in, like Heresy, Close Air Support, Finest Hour, hit face, he annihilates, discards Empire Strikes, and then I have a 2/3 Heresy. But I'm probably not winning that game. Whereas if he just annihilates it here, I mean, if it discards Close Air Support, whatever, if it close. Honestly, if it discards anything other than Finest Hour, it's potentially fine. And then I can use these cards on draws to be more effective. Of course, he might just not have Annihilation, in which case it definitely would have been correct to go all in there because it puts him on a 3-turn clock. I'll check his 2-turn clock. He would get 2 turns. If he's thinking, it means he definitely doesn't have Annihilation, so I might just go in next turn. And if I draw a unit, I could get an extra hit on Close Air Support. The Comet also might be off of that Africa coin. Or he's AFK. This might just be a bait. Okay, so I got the draw. I think I'd rather Swordfish on board. I can actually do Finest Hour here. Okay. I was kind of worried you'd just like slam Schwalbe and the whole roping was a bait. That doesn't kill. I mean, that's one through the breaches, so like that. Okay. If I draw something, well, card draw's not bad. I mean, I also probably would have been fine with like a 1-drop in that situation. I'm actually gonna hold the Ultra this turn rather than press for damage because he has a lot of expensive orders. Like he might just slam Carpet Bombing and have no other play. Convoy is good. Convoy to on Lend-Lease is good. I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm 1 off lethal. I'm actually a credit off of being able to play all of that. Gonna do something like this. Hopefully I didn't miscount. Yeah. Could have gotten a little bit more damage in, but I'm still very worried that I can have this Lend-Lease discarded and lose. And he's just dead on board. Cool. Beat Germany, Britain, draw denial. Another +4. That is unfortunate. And that game was much closer. I mean, the great thing about this is that, like this deck is, you have so much air that oftentimes against the draw denial decks is you just sort of wait them out. Like you go down to not a lot of cards, they discard your entire hand, whatever. But they're just so slow to kill you, and you can like deal with their board so effectively. That oftentimes you just, I'm just gonna full mulligan this hand. I need 1-drops if it's a Brit mirror. Or if it's a Brit air mirror, I mean. Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, against Draw Tonight, you basically just wait them out. And such a high percentage of your deck is card draw. It doesn't really matter if you're top decking because the odds you top deck card draw is incredibly high. I mean, just Piracy this turn is really my best play. There's a few cards he could have that would punish this. Naval Power comes to mind. He could also do Air Power to kill the Piracy. But I also think I need to play for tempo. Um, that is a very good draw. And that's also another very good draw. So this is, if you haven't figured it out already, this is Britain France mobilization. Um, that's very unfortunate. I did not want to see the Potez so soon. It's a very good draw, though. My goodness. And I'm just gonna get the Fiat out. Actually, maybe I should have. Yeah, I definitely should have buffed the Fiat, because then I could have killed the Pioneer. So, pin the guy in the front line. Buff the units. Yeah, for some reason, in my mind, I had a second Swordfish in hand instead of the Fiat when I did that. So, I should be playing slower, however, when you're laddering like 100 games a day, you gotta play fast. You can't spend forever on each turn. So he just loses to Empire Strikes, does he not? Like, you can't have Doubting, you can't have Ultra. I mean, I guess he can, like, Hyper Bomb, but I feel like I'm in a much better position than him after a Hyper Bomb. I could have sacked the Fiat and close air support to keep a unit after Hyper Bombing, but I don't really mind. Sacking Potez. If he has an Ultra, I think I'm fine triggering it, because the benefit of going through this is just so high. And he surrenders. Yeah, I mean, Britain France mobilization. It is really about the opener. +5. I mean, it's better than the last two, but I'm really getting crappy cues here. Um, less than 100 points now. Just going to 2772. So yeah, as you can see, I've been recording for 18 minutes. Already got 3 wins. Only one was even somewhat scary. Unfortunately, it's only been 13 points, and a loss is going to be around 20. Soviets, that's interesting. There's not been a ton of Soviets around. I'm gonna full mulligan. Um, this is a really bad hand, and he kept 2 cards. This might be the loss. If it's like Artie or something, um, self-damage. I mean, air is traditionally really good into self-damage, and self-damage wins largely off of its ability to destroy the opponent's early game for a benefit. So if I don't actually have units at the start of the game, this is probably like the best. Well, that's bad. Fiat draw would be really nice here. Kitty Hawk is fine. He's gonna get 2 draws off of this Yak, which also means 2 discounts. This is really looking like a loss. I'm gonna need to like stick a bomber with Paraseed probably. It's interesting. Um, I'm really tempted to just play a close air support to stop just Red Dawn clearing. And I have 3. I think it's worth it. T60's gone. I think my win condition is him overextending with the self damage, and then I can like burst him or something. Red Dawn trade. Um, it's pretty good just Wrath. Not killing the Rifles Regiment doesn't feel great, but I still have Parisy, still have Albacore Finest Hour. If you didn't realize, it resets the cost when the 34th Guards goes to hand. So it is still possible you can discount it for fairly easy, but I mean, if he takes damage 3 times, drops to 12, I have a little bit of burst in my hand. Now I have a larger amount of burst in my hand. Unfortunately, so what can I do? I can do Albacore, Finest Hour, hit. I can do Albacore on the Sendai, Finest Hour, kill. It's probably what I'm gonna do. I mean, this is a unit's just very difficult for him to kill. Um, and now I can do Empire Strike. Assuming he can't, I can do Empire Strikes to get the Wrath back. If he can kill this, this play is pretty weak, but it also means I might just be able to slap Spitfire. Did he discard Recon? Yeah. That is very good for me. Gonna Winter Warfare. Still can't get down his 60th, and now he's gonna mill a bunch. That is tempting. Don't think I'm gonna do it. This is slightly more damage efficient. Ooh, really want a close air support. I think I'll do it. The reason to save close air support there is because it only does 1 guaranteed damage this turn, whereas I have 2 guaranteed damage with the HMS Illustrious. So it's looking like he's just dead. Yep. Okay. Well, we went from a absolutely atrocious starting hand um, to coming back and winning the game pretty quickly after, +7. Uh, I mean, yeah, I need to rely on these +7s to climb. Too many +4s and 5s. You really need like an 85, 86% win rate to just climb a little bit. And I currently do have an 86.75 now win rate. However, I mean, maintaining my peak win rate to gain like 1 point every like 6 games is not really what you want to do. Dragon on Germany. So one of the benefits of recording your stats is finest hour on Fiat. That's Germany. One of the benefits of recording your stats is if you play against someone twice in a day, you can remember what they play. So in this case, I played against a Dragon about 12 games ago, and I know he plays a German-Britain countermeasure deck. So here, I'm playing the Fiat because it does more damage. He's probably just holding up a countermeasure. I'm tempted to Finest Hour. I don't remember if he runs... Well, so I'm going to Finest Hour because even if he runs slam, it means I can get 2 units out guaranteed because no countermeasure is held up. And if he doesn't, this is just the fastest way to win. That is best of both worlds. It means I can get the units down. I probably do want to play Albacore. It does make discard potentially hit Lend-Lease higher. However, I just kill him in 2 turns if he can't kill these units. Sky Barons. I don't know if he... I know he didn't play that last game. I don't know if he added that or he just didn't find it. Finest Hour, I can drop him to 8. I feel like there's a very good chance I just get Hippered next turn, so I think I'm going to hold off on it. Also, Finest Hour plus Piracy. Also, we're getting into Wolfpack range, so keeping a bigger hand. If he does Hipper, I won't have enough credits to do Finest Hour double attack. There's the Root out. Considering just slamming Sexton. There's the Swordfish. So, what are the 1 cost? There's Careless Talk, which Sexton survives. And I think that Root out was a top deck. Or there's Stranglehold, in which case nothing happens. Or he doesn't run 1 credit countermeasure, or doesn't have 1 credit countermeasures. This is what happens with the countermeasure deck, is you just run super expensive countermeasures, and if your opponent just attacks with the units on board, rather than place new units from hand, you're just wasting credits. Like Night Hunters is so difficult to hold up anywhere in the early game. There's the Hipper. So I can just do an exact repeat of that turn. He gets a extra credit, basically. And 1 card deeper in his deck. JU. So currently looking at Swordfish to trigger countermeasure Piracy, kill JU. Unless this gets Strangleholded, which would be hilariously bad. Still no. Is there any benefit to attacking this? I don't think so. So Kyber Bomb leaves Sexton and lets me Lend-Lease. If he discards, he has a 1 in 3 to hit Lend-Lease. I guess worst case scenario would be Annihilation on Sexton, discard Lend-Lease. Wolfpack. Finest Hour. He could be holding Doubting System, actually. Like, probably not. Hopefully he... So it looks like he's really deciding between things. Because of that fear of Doubting System, I'm actually going to... Yeah, that's fine. I could have moved up the other bomber, but I want to keep it here for close air support. So now Annihilation, discard Lend-Lease is more likely. And that is definitely the best route towards winning. Because if we just like Wolfpack's discard Lend-Lease, I mean, I just bring him to 2 on board. Wolfpack, discard Lend-Lease. Oh, that sucks. I mean, he had with double Wolfpack, he had 2 and 3 chance. Maybe it was wrong to play around doubting system, but he still has to not die. And if his hand is like Night Hunters and whatnot, so the benefit of playing this would be um, it stops second MI5 from being like a hard punish. The benefit of keeping it would be if he does U16, I can discard this and potentially play off the top for lethal. Leopold, that's fine, because I can just Sexton. Okay, I'm gonna play the close air support now, just for both of these. In case that gets discarded this way, both of these units present lethal damage. If he plays like a fighter, I can do Paracy, kill the fighter with one of them, face with the other. This is very nerve-wracking. Fog of War, he's still dead. Even with a fighter, he's still dead. Blumenvoss. Oh, he's probably holding the countermeasure. Which means I can't Paracy. I have enough credits to do Sexton first, and this even if the Sexton dies, it will still pin the Leopold. If he holds up Night Hunters, he's dead. So I'm gonna do Sexton first. Airstrike, don't discard Paracy. If he has Careless here, he does not have Careless, and that is game. So I think I'll end the recording here. Just 5 quick games on air. Got another 4 points. And ending here with 74 and 11 in 85 games, which is an 87.06 win rate. Rank 1000 to rank 2 in 24 hours. And hopefully by some point tomorrow, I will have closed the remaining 87 points and taken rank 1. As it says down here, 4 days left in season. A lot to play for. I know no one's active, Birdo's active, Princess is active. I know Killswitch and Baron keeping an eye on ladder. So I expect this will be much more than just a 2-horse race. But yeah, thanks for watching. This is a bit of an impromptu video. Let me know if you like it. Let me know if you want to see more of these on the fly recording while laddering games. And like, subscribe, comment, share, YouTube things. And I will see you in the next one. I'm thinking of doing a video breaking down the OCC, how it went, because I did a OCC sort of strategy going into it. And might be nice to give people an update and just talk about what I think happened beyond just what actually happened. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you want to see that or any other video ideas you might have. Thanks for watching.